Working now.
Go out outside for a second. Get the dog.
Okay. Okay. Tweet the.
Yeah.
Okay. There it goes.
Shouldn't be that hard to get them in. Do you want me to give him a treat while I bring him in?
Sure, just put it in your pocket like you usually do.
Okay.
That is proper link, right? Like.
And he has a little water in the green bowl, just in case.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let's show
And I'll help you in an hour.
highlights.
Then I gotta start.
Okay.
Oh, dear God! It's like a clusterfuck of stupid happening here on the stream today. Hold on. Twitch. Am I actually streaming?
Calling your names?
Live. Okay, good. Good. We're good. Okay. I go to the link on Twitter and it says you missed him. You missed his stream. Catch up below. It's like, oh my God, no. I already had to delay for 6 or 7 minutes because frickin'.
Are you locked?
Yeah, I got it working. I had to restart my computer. The emulator window would not capture. And it sucked. No, it's fine. It's fine. How about... Right. How about we do one of these? Test. Chat, hello. Excuse me, chat, please. It's like I abandoned this thing for a week and suddenly nothing works. Test 2. God damn it. Streamlabs, why you DDoS? Give me my chat box. Copy it. Go to this thing. Plop that in there. Okay. Test 3. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because it's not on top of the emulator. Am I correct in assuming this? Yes. Yes, I was. Pop that down there. Okay. Now here's my real question. How much of a delay is there on the emulator here? Like none. Okay, cool. So I could just keep my OBS window open the entire time and be fine. Perfect. Alright, well, 2 minutes, we'll get started. Frank, thanks for retweeting me there. I appreciate it. There goes my link. Oh, good God. Remind me to never take a week off again. I don't know where we are. I don't know what we were doing. I don't know nothing, man. I do know that this needs to be closer to me. There we go. How's that? Pepper says sneeze. It's a good opinion. Learn to get good at Dark Souls 3 in 6 easy steps. No thank you. Gotta leave a like on that one there though, because that's one of my subscriptions. Okay. Take a drink of water, and then I'll be just about ready to go. Let's check out the chat here. I'm recording for real right now. Alright. Wait, what was the name again? Okay, now! How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy, the Stream Edition. Last time, your guess is as good as mine because I haven't been here for a week, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where we were, I don't know what I was doing. I think I drank too much eggnog during the holidays. But we have a game here to play. No, actually, I'm pretty sure we were getting ready to go inside the Cavern of Earth there. That was where we ended off last time. I was thinking I was going to go in and maybe try to do some stuff in there at first, but then I was like, we can save that for next time. So that is what we're going to go do today. And before we get started, I'd like to mention that I apologize for missing my latest follow for the stream there. Risu64, thank you. I appreciate it for following the stream the last time. I don't think I saw it, but I know you did it in the midst of me streaming. So I apologize for not saying it before, and thank you for following the stream. And this time, I actually have OBS Studio up on my screen because there's no noticeable input lag that I can see. I mean, maybe there's like a couple of frames or something like that between my emulator and the OBS window. So I will see chat, I will see alerts, I will see the screen, and I'll be able to play the damn game. So that's a good thing. So anyway, let us continue on our journey to try to figure out why the land is decaying inside of the Cavern of Earth. Now, I'm not sure, like I said before, where I'm supposed to be going, but I do know that going to the left here is a bad idea. Because if you go to the left, it's the something of Titans, I think? Titans Passage? I don't know. But basically, past that rock is a bunch of the enemies that you could fight in the Peninsula of Power. They're a bit mean at this stage in the game, so I'm not really going to bother with them that much. But we'll explore this floor. It's to the left here, and I think it's also down here, because that's where the passage wraps around on itself. So we'll explore the rest of the floor, and then we'll figure out what we're doing from there. I need to check this out, though. Where are we in terms of equipment and everything else? That's right, I kept the leather cap and leather gloves on Norn because she has more evasiveness than her twin sister there. So, this looks like a dead end with a treasure room. That's cool. But yeah, remind me to not take a week off ever again, because this, it's throwing me off all kinds of ways, and that's not good. I think we might be able to get through the entirety of the Cavern of Earth today, though. It is kind of a long dungeon, but we should be okay, I think. I think. I don't remember how powerful everybody is. Why don't you guys attack that one, and we'll go from there. Actually, I don't think we even needed to. Yeah, Russo could have taken one by himself. And we all know Sid can take one by himself. At least there's that. I'm trying to think. I think that the monsters in here, there's a good mixture of monsters that are vulnerable to crowd control from the Dia spells and crowd control from sleep and dark and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to try to just mix it up. And most importantly, keep my MP relatively high because this place is a bit of a long haul, but... What? What's wrong? What's wrong, pal? You okay? You're alright. Okay. Put the towel in front of the door so she doesn't get all anal retentive about the other dog being inside. These anacondas, I think... See, here I was saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna be conservative with my MP, and blast them with a fire or a thunder spell or something. Why don't we just use sleep on them, I think. We can check and see who's vulnerable to what as we go here, but I'm pretty sure these guys are vulnerable to sleep, so that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully catch a few of them at least. Okay, good, good, we got a bunch. And then we killed a couple. Kind of hoped we would kill the ones that are sleeping, or not sleeping, but... What if the worm killer does more damage to... Wait, I said you can take one by yourself. What if the worm killer does more damage to snacks? That's a good question. We're gonna find out today. At least she helped him out if it doesn't. That's good damage, but I don't think that's bonus damage there. Oh well. We'll just wreck these snacks and we'll be in good shape. I was having a hard time saying that one tongue twister from inside. And I don't remember exactly what I said. It was in Assassin's Creed Time Force. 5 times fast. Assassinating the assassins or some shit like that. I don't remember, but point is, I can't even attempt to say wreck these snacks 5 times fast, so I don't know how I'm gonna do everything else. Let's do a heal, since Sid is having a little bit of a hard time there, and then do that. Just to keep him on the up and up while they're all attacking him. But at least we can get rid of one of the anacondas before they start molesting us. Sleep, my pretties, sleep. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that, and we'll cast heal again, and we'll be all good. We'll be all good. I don't know if those two are, yeah, actually they probably could, especially if it's a crit. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that actually did matter in terms of Norn's ability to take that guy out, but it's all right. Oh, ambushed, but at least it's just cobras. So they're not that threatening, as you can plainly see. Not really worth the sleep there. So we'll just attack. Get him, Sid! I love how he's always the first one to bust out on the line when we fight cobras. Or at least it seems that way. I'm probably having selective attention there, but for as far back as I can remember, Sid has always been the first one to punch these snacks in the face whenever we go out and do this stuff. Actually, nope. There you go. And that, and then we could cast Poisona. At least it's only 3 MP. Ugh, excuse me. We have the antidotes, I think, but yeah, might as well. We still got plenty of MP there. Get back on your feet. Punch that snack out. I gotta stop saying snack. How hard is that going to be? Impossible. Ogres. Okay. Just do that and that. This might not be enough. Yeah, not enough for the Ogre Chief. Enough for the regular Ogre, but not for the Ogre Chief. Unfortunately. It's okay, though. We'll be fine. Alright, we got some levels. Nice. Extra HP, MP. That one wasn't so good, but that's okay. Good HP, good HP. Not bad. Not bad, you four. Oh god. Hell if I know where I'm going in this part here. Could probably loop back around somehow. Ah, here we go. Nice treasure. Uh-oh. Is it guarded treasure? It is guarded treasure. That's an earth elemental. I think these guys just hit really hard, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Let's try to put them to sleep while we can. I'm going to cast heal like every turn because why the hell not? And then we'll just attack. That's why, because he hits pretty hard and I didn't know who he was going to hit there, so it's probably better to just preemptively heal. Ooh, nice hit. Can you sleep? We'll be fighting more of these as we go through the cavern here, so it'd be nice to know what his weaknesses are. Okay, so he doesn't sleep, so we'll just go all out. I think he has like almost 300 HP, so he's not an easy thing to fight, but he's not exactly hard either. So he does give a lot of experience in gold, though, so that's nice. He was guarding a potion. Great. Ooh, hang on. Let's use our bestiary button. Find out what he's weak to. With elemental. He can drop a remedy, that's nice. He resists like everything. Okay, great. Quake, lightning, ice, stone, paralysis, poison, darkness, sleep, silence, confusion, mind, and death. So he doesn't resist fire. Weakness is fire. Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to remember that for like if we get a flame sword or something in here. I don't think we do though. I think we get a flame sword in the next area because the Cavern of Fire is going to be coming up eventually here. We'll have to remember if we run into more than one. Oh, they're weak to fire. And then we'll be in good shape. Yeah, just cast heal. We'll handle the snacks. I said I was going to stop saying that, god damn it. Well, Norn, I have to say I might have been underestimating your power just a little bit. You're doing a lot of damage with that knife there. That's not a knife! That's not a knife either. That's a knife. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't get yourself tangled there, Pep. I know you can't see because your hair's all wet, but that's no reason to get yourself all strangle-held on my controller there. Just do that. We'll be able to take them out. Oh, God, excuse me. We'll take them out just fine, but... Norn, I can appreciate all the crits you're getting today. You're doing fan-damn-tastic, gal. Nicely done. She's proving her worth, pulling her weight just like everyone else, so... That's pretty good. So I think there's one more treasure room on this floor, and then we're going to go get the stairs that were over on the right side there. So these are the guys that I would have fought if I was, if I ran into them in that one room in the Western Keep, these mummies here. You can fight them there. They're kind of tricky, but here we should be okay. We'll just use Diara and, you know, deal damage, and we'll be good. Might not even have needed Diara, but, whatever. Big damage. If there was like 6 of them, I'll keep that in mind to use Diara then, but for right now, we're okay. I might, actually... Ooh, Minotaurs, oh boy. Do you sleep? Probably not, they look pissed. We'll heal preemptively. I might actually go back to the surface after I'm done exploring this floor, just to... Oh, that did a lot of damage, holy shit. And that did not, by, extension. Do you sleep? Maybe. Just one miss doesn't prove anything. But yeah, I might go back to the surface just to regain my MP there. It's not like we're doing bad on MP, but I am kind of being a little liberal with it right now. Is that an ironic staff kill? She does enough damage with the staff now that I'm kind of like, maybe not. Minotaurs, here we go. We can drop a knife, and we just missed the sleep, okay. That's fine. So a few minor treasures to take home from the first floor. Now we need to move on to the second. See what we can do there. Okay, so we'll put you guys to sleep. Hopefully I'm not attacking the ones that are going to be sleeping in a moment. Okay, good. Good. Well, maybe not, because I think Moira's the only one hitting that one up there. Yeah. That's okay, though. We'll handle it. Thank you. Jesus Christ. 251. That's impressive, Sid. I applaud you. Everyone's doing well right now, so that's good. So do we go back and... Well, let's see. I think there's... Did we go down? I don't think we went straight down there. we'll go straight down and we'll see what's over there. I'm not sure what's over there, but I'm sure it can't be that terrible. Damn these cobras and their poison. That's the only reason why they're even in here, is because they can poison me. Because they're not really that threatening of an enemy, they just kind of... Oh, Sid got a 6th hit. Okay, he must have gotten that at the last level. Okay, cool. So he had... I mean, he has his 2 fists. That's fine. So he has 1 more hit on each fist, which is good. How many antidotes did I bring? 13? Well, 12, and then the one I just got, so we'll use that instead of using Moira's MP there. Straight down is what? I don't think it's the trials thing. Okay. Well, that's a lot of gargoyles. Just do that. I don't think they can do that much damage to me, but it's worth preemptively healing anyway, just because. I mean, everybody's got silver armlets, so everybody's got a lot of defense, but better to be safe than sorry. I'm really liking, though, how useful sleep is. I don't remember really using it all that much in my original playthrough of Final Fantasy 1. Or really, before this playthrough, I don't think I used status ailments all that much in this game. I think I might have used primarily just elemental spells, and then, you know, like temper and haste and stuff like that when the time was right, but like sleep, dark, silence, all that stuff, not really. How much? We're going to try Confuse, because I am going to go back to the surface and heal there, so we're just going to see if we can't get them attacking each other there. Just do that, there we go. Or even attacking themselves, maybe, depending on how many of them are left. Get that one in the back. Aww. I just wanted to have some fun. Oh well. I thought I was gonna attack one of my own party members there for a second. I was like, air caught in my throat for a second, but you didn't hear it because it was only that I had to figure out what was happening there. Oh, nothing down here. Okay. So yeah, don't go to the left unless you want a difficult battle. I mean, if you really need to level grind or something, you could, but I think we'll be fine without the level grinding there. That's what we brought these tents for. But yeah, if you were level grinding, you could just, you know, go out there when you're getting your ass kicked, come back out here, rest a little bit, and then you'll end up with a lot of gil by the end of it. So, is it worth it? I don't think so. This game, you'd never really need to grind in this game, like I said, unless you're playing an older version. But if you are playing an older version, it might be worth your time to know that that's there. Alright, we are rested and refreshed. Let's go with full HP and MP to the second basement floor, where we will be blocked by bats at every corner in turn. Confused didn't work too well on you guys, so let's just sleep you. Go to sleep! Well, I'll be getting one of the ones I didn't sleep there. More crowd control. I was gonna say, Moira, don't hit him too hard. You hit him hard enough, he might wake up. We'll do that, and we'll do that, because they should be able to take him out by themselves. And we'll do that just to help out in case. Clean up after Moira's mess there, Norn. It's not your mess to clean, but at least your enemy is asleep, so you won't have to worry about that too much. Nice hit. Big damage. And he's awake, but by the time he woke up, it was already too late. Well, almost. Nice shot, Moira. Cool. No block me bats. Okay, so this is that floor that's got, like, the twists and turns and winding passageways, right? Like, it leads to dead ends all over the place. I don't remember which one was I think I'm going the wrong way, actually, now that I think about it. Well, we'll see in a second. We got a preemptive strike, at least, and how we can do that and get some more crowd control going. Thank you. Beautiful, Russo. That's beautiful. It's just beautiful. That's not beautiful, but that's okay. It's only 10 damage. Really good. Glad I got those silver armlets for everybody. If I had a warrior in my party, we may not have had those, and I might have been hurting a whole hell of a lot more than I am right now. Okay, they're awake, but we can handle it. Everybody just go all out. Smack them up real good. Critical hits are kind of weird in this game, though, because it's with the random damage that's put into the damage formula there, it makes it kind of seem like in some cases... That's an ironic staff kill. In some cases, it makes it seem like the crits don't do any more damage than the regular hits. So, I mean, it's flashy, but does that really matter that much? Okay, I don't know where I'm going, but we're going to explore this whole little area here. Preemptive strike on some wolves, so that's good. Let's get rid of the werewolves if we can. You just handle the front with the werewolves. Because I think we can... Yeah, there we go. We can get rid of the werewolves quicker because they're the more threatening of the enemies there. Okay, well, they're sleeping now, so that's all good. And I don't even mind that those werewolves are awake because they're not all that threatening to me, to be honest. You were attacking that one, so you just keep on doing that. Yeah, see, like 7 damage, that's not going to make that much of a difference in the long run. Get him, Moira! Almost. Yeah, just do that. You keep working on that one, and then we'll go from there. No, Steve Russo, you're using that sword all wrong. You're supposed to be poking them like you're using a lance. But then again, lance users in the Final Fantasy series didn't learn how to actually use the lances the proper way until, I think, Final Fantasy V, because even all the way to Final Fantasy IV, Kain didn't use the lance like a lance. He used it like a halberd, really. He swung it overhead, because they didn't have an animation for him stabbing people with it, you know what I mean? He just swung it overhead like a sword. And that's even kept into the PSP releases and everything of the game, so that's kind of unexpected. You'd think maybe they'd... Well, maybe not. It is just like a big old facelift, so maybe they wouldn't directly program all of that stuff in. Nice level up. Sid, you're getting a lot less HP than I'm liking there. I might have to look for some golden or silver apples for you there. Okay, this is a complete dead end. Okay. What about up there? We'll just meander around this area, and eventually we'll find a not dead end. Eventually we'll find the way forward. Yeah, Sid's got the least amount of HP out of anyone in the party right now, and that's kind of depressing. Just a little bit. Those guys hit a little hard for my taste, but so does Sid, so that's fine. Gotcha. Moira, you're doing pretty good on your MP there, so we'll have you cast some manual cures. Well, let's see. Maybe a heal. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do one more heal. Because it'll cost less total than me doing that and then this. There we go. Cool. So we used 23 MP just healing there, but we would have probably used about the same amount from cures. I think this loops back to that other part of the cave here. And that's fine and dandy with me. I'm going to put these guys to sleep so I don't have to keep unpoisoning myself. Nice. I wonder if the chance of statuses hitting increases as the level disparity between you and the enemy gets higher. That seems to be somewhat the case here, because like Minotaurs, they're close to our level, but they're not immune to sleep, so but we're still having a hard time hitting them with it. Meanwhile, these Cobras are like level 4, and, well, they're pushovers. And that's why that whole group went. Or it could just ban them, you know, it could just have nothing to do with that at all and just be completely random. Alright, don't block me. Okay, cool. Yes, this does lead back to the beginning, so we know where that goes, and we know that that leads to a dead end there, so now we just need to explore down and around this area. See what we can find. The bats just screech at you if you talk to them, so... well, maybe I can show you with this one after we get out of this fight with more cobras. Yeah, not gonna bother. Forget it. Get rid of them. Nice. That's okay, just keep hitting Rousseau, because that way you don't spread the poison around. Yeah, there we go. Because now I'll have to use a couple of antidotes. I guess I could just use, you know, Poisona, but... Where's the fun in that? Gotta use my gil for something. I don't have a warrior to use my gil on this playthrough. That is the only thing, though, about the warrior class that... it doesn't miff me, per se, but it is a little irritating in the early game to have to have a warrior in your party and have to get them all of that ridiculous equipment. I mean, they don't necessarily need it to survive. Like, I mean, I'm blasting just fine with this red mage with just a mithril mail on, but the whole thing about the warrior is that they are supposed to be like tanky, heavy defense, all that stuff. So if you don't have that, then you might be having a little more trouble. So this box is guarded by tarantulas, or it's a random encounter. I don't know. Either way, they're kind of not bothering me that much. Because I can handle a legion of spiders at this point in the game, and I almost just dropped my water bottle. Thank God I played baseball when I was in elementary school. Got them quick hands, man. Well, probably not so much anymore. Because I'm old! So how can I have quick hands when I'm old? Yes, yes, Kiki, get out of my kikiing way. Hey, a coral sword, nice. Wonder if that's better than what I've got. Effective against aquatic foes. Okay, so it's as good as the worm killer, but it's good against a different type of enemy. I don't think we're going to be fighting dragons in here, but I'm still going to keep the worm killer on just in case. Like I said, it's good against reptiles rather than just dragons. I probably should have had the twins attack the same enemy there, but oh well. We'll be good. We'll be good. Nice. So that gets rid of that row. I also like how usually the enemies will stay asleep for at least one turn after you use sleep. Like, even if they wake up by the time the second turn comes around, we've had a full round of attacks to just beat them up with. So by that point, it's like, well, you guys are SOL at this point. Speaking of SOL, I'm trying to get more in the habit of streaming at 4 o'clock on Saturdays now, because starting really this week, but it's officially starting next week, I'm going to be working every Saturday, but only for half days. So because I'm doing that, I'm not going to be able to stream at 1 o'clock on Saturdays, basically until I decide that I'm done with this job, which could be it could be when I'm finished with school, or it could be before, I don't know. But the point is, I'm not going to be, what's it called, able to stream early on Saturdays anymore. So I apologize if that was everyone's preferred view time, but it's just how it's going to have to be, unfortunately. Sundays, though, we'll still be able to stream fairly early. Probably do it at 1 o'clock still on Sundays. But as you can see, that troll guy, he was one of the guys that we can encounter at the Peninsula of Power. Granted, we only encountered one at this point, but he gave us 1,000 gil, almost, well, him and just the one Minotaur. They gave us 1,110 gil from that one battle. So if you are in need of gil, that's a good way to get it, is through fighting at the Peninsula of Power or in that little trial area over there. Okay, I know this room is one big loop, but I don't remember if there's anything in these doors here. Maybe. A sleeping bag. Nice. We can use that when we get outside. But for now, we're not going to be going outside, so we'll just make do with what we have. And get rid of them as best we can. Well, that took care of that. He's sleeping and regenerates health while sleeping. Makes sense. There we go. Actually, that would make sense. I'm not saying that facetiously, I'm saying that legitimately because, I mean, I know he's a werewolf, so he has natural regeneration or some shit, normally. But when you're resting, that's the time when your muscles are rejuvenated the most, and all that good stuff. So, okay. It actually hasn't been too bad without a map so far. I'm anticipating it getting a little harder as we go through the game here, but this looks like a dead end. Never mind. I was gonna say, this looks like it could have a passageway at the end of it, but no. No, it does not. Uh-oh, Pisco Demons. You know what we have to do with these guys. Thankfully, they're not as bad as they were before. But a good dose of Thundara never hurt nobody, so... And that's why they're not as bad as they used to be, because we can kind of... not one-shot them, but do pretty good damage to them regardless. And then one good Thundara should send them reeling. I'm going to need to heal Russo there, though, before he gets out of hand there. Why don't you cure yourself? We'll do that, and then you and your sister can go after that one. Aha! Nice. And that takes care of that. Sweet. Good job, guys. We will need some healing, though. Let's see. Probably do that. See if we can't get Sid to top off. Just about. That's close enough. And then 1, 2, 3. Cool. Okay. Nothing that way. I think there was one area that we could go south into here. Did we go this way yet? Maybe. This was where that one sword was, right? So this is where things are going to get a little more troublesome, is because I'm going to start getting lost in some of these passageways. But that's alright, I don't mind it terribly. It means that the runtime of this series will go for a little bit longer, which is not bad. Incidentally, I may have to put off the stream suggestions for the next game that I play, depending on when we get done with all the bonus content for this game, because I want to make sure that I have plenty of time to play through Demon's Souls before the servers go dead on February 28th. I want to make sure that I at least get in some, you know, I do the whole game through offline, and then I can do some PvP stuff. So we may have to put that on hold for... Oh, no, I guess this wasn't where I thought it was. Kind of looks like it, but, you know. Okay, so you are weak to fire. Is it worth casting Fira on you? Or is it just worth it casting Temper on Sid and letting him go to town? Let's see, 10, 15. Let's cast Temper on Sid and let him go to town. I think we'll be fine with that, and we'll just preemptively heal, do some damage, and we'll be good. Well, that didn't do a whole lot for me, but that should. You can heal yourself there, Russo. We'll have everybody else go. Actually, no. You go on the offensive. Moira's got more MP, so she can heal you with her Cure spell. And then we'll be good. Well, somewhat. Nice. And big damage. Yes. Very good. Very good, Sid. And we get a gold needle for our troubles. I'm going to use a couple potions, I think, on Russo. Just to top him off. We're still doing pretty good on the MP there. Thankfully, the first half of the cavern here, we only have to go through these 3 floors, because otherwise this might get a little challenging. Later on, we will have to continue past that, but not yet. Another chest, another earth elemental. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, this rune blade is good against spellcasters. I was going to say, maybe if it's good against, like, elementals, we could stick it on there, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Just everybody go all out. We should be fine. These guys were no joke, though, in the NES and PlayStation 1 version. They didn't have a lot of HP, but they could kick your ass pretty good if you weren't careful. Moira, why don't you just heal for a quick second so that we can hopefully make it through this at almost topped off HP. Cool. That's good. What's in here? Lots of money. Cool. We'll probably have a pretty decent chunk of change to buy all those level 5 spells once we get out of here. Although the real question is, can we even use them yet? Not yet for you, which means definitely not for you. Probably like level 18 and level 20, I would say, would be about when I would expect them to be able to go. That's Moira and then Russo, respectively. 18 for Moira and 20 for Russo. Uh-oh, undead attack. How do we use Fyra? That should do some pretty good damage. Whites are the ones in the back, right? Yeah, they can probably do some nasty stuff to us, so let's just do that, and then do that. Yeah, their attacks are a little on the impressive side. Ah, damn it. I should have cast Diara! Oh well. Yeah, definitely should have cast Diara. It's okay. We'll cast it next round. And yeah, just attack that one. It's all up to the twins now! It's not even that the whites do that much damage, or the gas do that much damage, it's the fact that they can paralyze you that makes them annoying. Good old school RPG design there. The enemies aren't so much ridiculously strong and hit like a truck as they are where when they come in groups they can do some nasty things that make the other enemies you have to deal with a lot trickier. I like a lot. There you go, Sid. That's a good HP level. Not bad, everybody. Not bad. Yeah, so he's working his HP up there pretty good. I expect him to have eventually the highest HP out of everybody, but it's going to take him a little while to get there, I think. Because I don't know that he'll be able to get it in this class. I know his HP growth goes up a pretty good chunk, I think, when he eventually gets a class change. Spoiler alert for this 30-year-old game, there's class changes that we can get later on. And they're awesome. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I don't even know if I'm going to do that when the game tells you you're supposed to. I might just be bullheaded and try to make it through the game without doing that immediately when you're supposed to. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out when I get there. Ooh, second hit! Moira! Where did that come from? Must have just gotten that from this last level up. Didn't expect that. Can you use level 5 magic now? Oh, not quite. Had to make room for that second hit there. Is this the... Nope, not quite. This is another treasure room with another earth elemental. Just do this, that, and that. Ow! Quit it. I might have Russo use Cura next round. Just because it hurt a little bit too much for him. Or Sid could just kill it, that works too. Wait, let me take this first. Before I forget and I walk away from it, I'm like, ah, damn it. That'll work. Right. And then down here we go. Lots of bats in this cave. including this bat, who seems to be a little different than the others. That should be your clue, but if that's not enough of a clue for you, I'm going to save real quick. That should be enough of a clue to tell you what's about to happen. Excuse me. And here we go. I mean, I would think, based on your accent, that all things in this world are destined to end in Transylvania, but, you know. I don't think so, not if we have anything to say about it. What are you gonna do? You're just a bat. Or you're a vampire. That could work, too. I think we can! Let me give it a shot, at least, though. And here we go, against the vampire. Do I have anything super effective against him in terms of my swords, werebeasts, spellcasters, aquatically? He might be a spellcaster. Oops. I don't know if I can... Oh, there we go. Let's do that. Give it a shot there, Russo. He's also weak to fire and Dia, so maybe we'll cast Diara. Yeah, we'll cast Diara. And then just attack. I don't think he's too powerful. I think he's got a fair amount of HP, but I don't think it's a terribly large amount. He can gaze, though, so that's a little annoying, but we'll be okay. Look at how much damage that Diara did. Very nice. Okay, so he's got a little bit of a healing factor there. That's unfortunate, but we should still be fine. Yeah, got him. Only like 300 HP, so it's not really that big of a deal. I kind of do wish that they gave them more HP, the mini-bosses and the regular bosses as well in this game, because they're all good and powerful enemies that are a challenge to fight, but they're only a challenge to fight if you don't have all of the equipment that you're being thrown by this point in the game. Otherwise, they're a pushover, so it's kind of like, eh. Well, alright, we got the vampire. Does that mean we took care of the rot in the earth? Hey Cheese-Ups, it's been going good. We got done with Dark Souls 3, we did Inside, and now we're doing Final Fantasy 1. I have not played Psychonauts yet, but I did get it on Steam for some ridiculously low price, I think like 99 cents or something, so I have it for when I do the suggestions. I don't know if I'm going to do a stream suggestion after Final Fantasy here, because I want to play Demon Souls before the servers shut down on February 28th. So I might play that immediately after Final Fantasy here, because this one's my choice, Final Fantasy. So I might play Demon Souls right after that. But if we do it that way, I'm going to do 2 stream suggestions in a row after Demon Souls is done, just to make up for the fact that I skipped one. But anyway, what do we get in this chest? We obtain the Star Ruby. Nice. What does that do? Yeah, me too, man. Me too. A lot of people are going around and saying, oh, there's probably going to be a remaster or something for the game once the servers go down. And I think that would be cool, but I'm not getting my hopes up because, I don't know, I just don't get hyped for that sort of stuff anymore. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. I don't think we can get out of here directly from here. I think we might have to walk back, but anyway, yeah, we can continue with the cavern if we go this way. But, as you can see, there's this grave back here, and it's a stone slab. There's something underneath it, but we can't do anything about it for right now. So unfortunately, that means that we have to walk all the way back to the surface here. I think. I don't think you can get out of here any other way. If we had the teleport spell, that would be a different story, but we unfortunately do not yet. Or if I had emergency exits, although I don't think that you can get those at this point in the game unless you go on Earthgift Shrine. Yeah, it's up to Sony and it's up to Atlas, so we'll see how they want to handle it there. But it would be cool, that's for sure. Cast Sleep, why the hell not? Get rid of that one, and I don't know if you two can get rid of this one by yourselves, but that's okay. Sid can definitely get rid of the one ogre himself. Haha! Yeah, Bloodborne port would be cool too. Although I can actually stream Bloodborne in better quality than Demon Souls. Demon Souls I have to stream it in component quality because what's it called? Of the fact that it's on the PS3. A more refined Neo port, yeah. I have never played Neo. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I heard it's kind of like I've heard the colloquial term for it is Samurai Souls, which I guess is fine, but it is one of those games that it's kind of on the back burner. I'd like to play it at some point, but I don't know when that some point is going to be. Probably for the stream, though, because eventually I'm going to have some room in my schedule where I can do that. I have a ton of games to play before that, but if the interest is there for me, then maybe it'll be bumped up on the list. We'll see. Although there's a million things to do before then. But that's okay. While I'm getting ambushed, I'm going to take a drink of water. Actually, I think the ambush is almost over. Yep. Okay, so we should have enough MP to get out of here. I don't think we'll need to... Sid, I don't think you can use magic yet, man. You're not a holy monk. We'll use heal, and then just, I don't know, attack somebody. See if we can put them to sleep. See if Norn attacks... Okay, so she attacked before the sleep got off, so I'm not going to have to worry about uncrowd controlling myself. Okay, I can handle that. You do that one, you do that one, you do that one, and you do that one. I keep forgetting to make the twins attack the same enemy. Oh well, just in case Norn's knife isn't enough, then Moira can come in and smack them over the head with her power staff and be fine. Also, I need to re-equip, like, the Worm Killer or the Coral Sword or something. I don't know. I guess we can use the Rune Blade. It's not doing that bad for us. Or we could, you know, bust out the Werebuster in case we fight werewolves. But those... I don't think that's too much of a big deal, because the wolves that we've encountered haven't exactly been threatening. So... I think I'm going the right way, but I'm not 100% sure. You've got some MP to burn there, Russo, so why don't we just use it to burn the tarantulas. Nice. Wasn't quite enough to kill them, but nice. Have we seen Fire yet? I don't know if I've used it yet. Well, if we haven't, then there you go. But I know that I need to get to the top left corner of this room, so hopefully this kind of meanders its way over there. If I just keep walking up and to the left when I can. Yeah, I think we're almost there. And then it should be a pretty quick little jog out. We'll use a tent when we get out there, and then we'll go back to Melmond and see what we can do about buying those spells. We'll see if the earth is still decaying, and we'll go from there. I didn't see a port for the Earth Crystal or something, and there was still that evil stone slab back there, so maybe we still need to do something here in the cavern before we are done with the Earth Crystal path. But we'll get there eventually. Yeah, might as well still use sleep, just to be safe. These anacondas aren't that threatening, but they're fairly. Nice. Eventually, yes. Let's do that, do that, do that, and you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, Norn. You've earned the privilege. Of course, whatever you want is basically killing the one I wanted you to kill anyway, but you know. And we are out. Sweet. I probably won't get max MP back from just using a tent here, but we do have the tents, more of the tents than the cottages, and I don't think you can buy cottages just yet. I think that's more of a late game thing, so instead of trying to use the ones that we have when I could use them for other things. Oh, that actually restored a pretty good amount of MP. Nice. I think it restored 100 MP and all of the HP we lost, although we hadn't lost that much. So that's cool. But let's get back to Melmond and see what we can do. Actually, let's take a look at that new item we got. Yes, I have played Tales of Symphonia, and I'm considering playing a Tales game for the stream, but if I'm going to play it, I kind of want to play it multiplayer with my brothers. We had this idea of playing Tales of Exilia 1 and 2 as a multiplayer playthrough at some point during the channel's history there. But we haven't gotten to it yet, so now that I'm streaming it, we'll probably do it at some point. I don't know when. But I do like Symphonia. It was my favorite Tales game until Exilia 2 came out, so then that took its place just a little bit. It's just above Symphonia for me, Exilia 2 is. That's an enormous red jewel. Didn't we know about somebody who needed gemstones? Yeah, I think it is on sale. There's a lot of stuff that's on sale right now because of Steam's winter sale and all that stuff. I already own Symphonia on like 3 different platforms though, so I think I'm good for now. Oh, darkness. All right, well, let's use Fyra then, since I need to. Do I have eye drops? I don't think I have eye drops. Well, I'll tell you what I do have. Where is it? There it is. Blindna. That'll help. Get out of here, shadows. Go back to Kingdom Hearts where you belong. Haha. Oh, darkness doesn't last through battles in this one. Okay. Yes, the Prince of Persia games are also on my list of things to stream, although I've only ever played the PlayStation 2 trial copy that you get on like those trial discs that have like 12 games on them or something. I've only ever played the trial version of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time on that one. I have not played the Two Thrones or The Warrior Within, but those are probably going to be on my list of things to do at some point. I definitely want to do the Sands of Time playthrough at some point, because that game was a lot of fun from what I recall. There's just a million gazillion games on my list of things to do, that's all. I have such a breadth of gaming library knowledge. Not really even knowledge, just a whole butt ton of games to play really is the whole kit and caboodle there. But we'll get to all of them, as I said before, eventually. Maybe when I'm 40, I'll be able to play games from 20... when will that be? I'll be 27 2018. So maybe in 2031 we'll be able to play games that actually come out that year. It's Fall Damage the game. Second is Edgelord the game, and the third is what 2 wanted to be when it grew up. Nice. Oh, Fall Damage the game sounds like platforming issues all over the place. But, to be fair, I'll take Fall Damage over box pushing puzzles from God of War any day. So, that's cool. I don't think there was anything new we wanted to buy from the weapon or armor shops here. I think we got everything we basically needed. That is untrue right there. Thank God for the rewind. They did that reboot of the series, didn't they? Oh, for the rewind function in the game. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, it took me a minute, sorry. I know they did a reboot of the game, but that's not the subject here. Yeah, so you can use the sands to rewind your platforming failures, if I remember correctly, right? Probably will be useful, although I think you can also use the sands to seal enemies away, if I remember from the demo disc. That's what it's called. Okay, so we don't have anything else to purchase in terms of that stuff. Nothing else for it. We need to get level 5 spells, which nobody can use yet. Oh well. Yes, yeah, and slow down time to fight enemies, yeah. That is also a thing that you can do. Okay, so we'll hold on to our gil then. It's going to be kind of bad to go into the bottom floors of the Cavern of Earth without Hilara, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're probably going to eventually have to come back here anyway in order to buy the spells for Russo, because he's probably not going to be able to do that anytime soon. And to be honest with you, I don't know what levels the spells unlock in the PSP version, because I knew that they unlocked due to magic levels in the GBA version, but in the PSP version, I'm like, eh. Oh, was it? Okay. I've heard mixed things on the reboot there, so I will have to figure out whether I want to examine it or not with my own eyes. I definitely want to do the first 3 Prince of Persia games at some point, though. At the very least, well, I won't say the first 3. At the very least, the first one, because that one was hella fun when I played it, so we will see if I decide to do all 3 from my impression of the first one, or what I decide to do. That Runeblade's doing pretty good for us there. Eventually we're going to have to swap to the Coral Sword there, but not just yet. We won't be fighting any enemies out on the high seas just yet. Which way am I going here? I'm going too far north. I'm going down here. That's where I want to go. So that's where we're going to go. Because there was a particular giant in a particular cave who was looking for a particular type of gemstone. And we have one now, so here you go, buddy. Here's a Star Ruby. I have Star Ruby. Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass. Okay. There you go. I don't need to see your stone butt. Thank you. God, that's got to be bad for your teeth. Would he have any teeth? And they might be made of diamonds, so probably not bad for those teeth. They could probably cut through anything. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your rock. Isn't that like cannibalism or something? What the fuck, man? I don't know. The point is, the giant is out of the way now. Very nice. So we can continue with the cave. Gorons do it, that's true. That is very true. I don't know if that changes whether or not it's cannibalism, but hey, it don't matter to me, man. As long as you're not hurting nobody. Never mind. Because you would be hurting somebody, well, if the rock is sentient. One of the rocks is sentient, that's all I know. So maybe it's not cannibalism, it's tyranny and subjugation. This is getting way too political. Preemptive strike, so we can kind of just go all out. Because these guys ain't shit. See what I mean? Ain't shit. So, nice. Nice job, Moira. Let us see what treasure the giant was guarding. We have a great axe that I can sell. Some money. Some money. And a mithril helm. Can my red mage equip a mithril helm? No, he cannot. Too bad, Russo. So sad. I will have somebody who can equip a mithril helm later, but not just yet. And that wasn't even a guarded chest, it was just wolves deciding to be trolls. We could probably bust out the Coral Sword just for a little bit here, although I'm afraid that if I do that, I'm going to forget to re-equip the Worm Killer or the Rune Blade there. So maybe... yeah. Looking at hurt, right? Let's just use this sword that's probably infused with lightning to kill enemies on land and in the earth, which will not take lightning damage. Let's see. Okay, that's not too bad. Just use Dia. Oh, well, they're dead now. Rip. Back to the earth with you. Is there any other place to go here? I think that's just the other entrance to the Giant's Cave there, right? Oh well. Point is, we need to go to this cave down here at the edge of the coast. And see what we can find, because, I mean, whoops. It's not like we got anything better to do. Wonder if I should go back to Melmond after this, or if I should just go straight to the cavern there. Well, maybe we'll be able to buy level 5 spells for Moira by the time we get back there, so we'll have to see. And here we have the Sage's Cave. And it's got Matoya's cave music, so probably there's not going to be any enemies in here. Just a thought. I don't think there's anything... Hidden objects didn't really become a thing in Final Fantasy until Final Fantasy 3, from what I understand. So, I don't think we have to worry about that pot room there. What's up here? Hello there. Anyone home? Ah, you must be the sage that this cave is namesaked for. Sage Sada. Nice. Yes, we are. Ah, so that must have been the evil power that we felt emanating from that grave behind the vampire's room. Okay, cool. Will the staff move the grave for us? Guess there's only one way to find out. We obtained the Earth Rod. And we'll take it to that part of the cave. See if we can't move that grave there. Thank you, Sage. I will. What else you got in your cave here? Anything? Nope. Alright then, since we got nothing else to do here, let's head back. See if we can't get the 230-something XP that we need to the next level on our way back to Melmond. If we keep getting preemptive strikes like this, I'm pretty sure we will very handily get that amount. Ah, there's the Coral Sword. Let's see. Well, we've used it, so let me switch back before I forget. Yeah. Rune Blade it is, because honestly I don't know which enemies fall under the particular type of enemy type there. I guess I could look. I think the bestiary tells you what type of enemy they are, but we'll see. We'll go look at a bestiary right after this so that I can take a look. Let's take a gander. Does it tell you what they fall under? No, I guess it doesn't. I mean, it kind of does, because if you look at their weaknesses, you can kind of tell what they could be considered, but oh well. And we might get a level out of this battle, so that'll be good. I remember a time when Dio was actually difficult to cast. In-game, it actually wasn't that long ago, because it was only about 4 hours ago in game time. But now, ain't no thing. We got 200 MP, and I'm gonna use it. Okay, well that wasn't so good, but that's okay. Get some stats at least out of it. You get some MP, which is nice. How's everybody doing then? Doing okay. Moira's got ridiculous HP and MP. She's doing fantastically. Aha! Level 5 spells. Sweet. So we will make a pit stop at Melmond then, so we can pick up the level 5 spells for Moira there. Especially Healara. Healara is like my jam. And it will be the jam that holds our party together through the remainder of the Earth Cavern. Maybe I'll pick up some ethers from the item shop there, so that I can restore Moira and Russo's MP once we start getting further down in the cavern. I think there's like 2 or 3 more floors below the ones that we've already done. I don't quite remember, but we'll see once we get that far. I probably could have put them to sleep, these werewolves, but it's not a big deal. We can rest this off with a couple of heals. Not quite enough, but still, nice job, Myra. Man, lots of encounters in this cave. Kind of surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Allison saved when she switched to Geico. I guess they didn't like my Geico joke. Otherwise, they would have left me alone all the way out of the cave. Maybe. Alright, let's keep attacking. Let's keep up the tempo. And I'm going to use that, by the way. I just thought of this. I thought of it earlier, but then I think I got sidetracked. The canon reason, canon, quote-unquote, reason for why Russo doesn't use his weapon correctly, the rapiers and stuff, I'm going to say it's because of the fact that he is an actor and therefore doesn't necessarily know the best way to use these weapons. He's not a specialist in any way. It's part of his old red mage getup. He knows all of the roles and the basic way to play those roles, but he doesn't know necessarily how to be an expert in any one of them. So, ooh, lesser tigers. Let's see if we can put them to sleep. We can heal a little bit. And then do that. They got a bit of HP, don't they? And Russo's about to not have any HP if they keep attacking him. Ow. Okay, well I got one, so that's good. Should make things a little bit easier here. Just a regular cure on Russo will do. He can't take that terribly much damage from this. Haha, very nice. How are we doing on levels there? Okay, so we've got a ways to go. I was going to say, if we keep going on levels like that, we might actually make it to, like, level 20 before we get back to the Earth Cavern. I mean, maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. We'll see. But I do know for certainty that we won't be using Firaga anytime soon. Unfortunately, because Russo won't quite be able to do that. Sadly. It would be nice, but you know. Can't all be winners immediately. Alright, refreshed and restored. Well, they are. I'm still yawning, apparently. Where is the item shop in this town, anyway? Is there an item shop? Not there. Not there. Maybe over here. No. Maybe it's in the inn. Nope. Maybe there isn't an item shop in this town. Maybe that's why I'm having some trouble with getting all the stuff. Yeah, probably, you know what? They did say that that vampire destroyed part of their town, so maybe he took the item shop with him. Ah, well. So we are going to get, let's see. Eventually Russo will be able to get Curaga for himself, so I'm not going to get that. Instead, I'm going to get Healara. Going to get, let's see. We'll get Diaga for the second slot, and then we'll get life for the third slot. Because I don't think I'll be using life all that much, so we should be fine. But yeah, eventually I'd like to get Russo Kiraga once he gets access to level 5 white and black magic there. I'd also like to get him Firaga, I believe, from the shop. Yes, Firaga. We don't need Scourge, because instant death stuff in this game, from what I understand, isn't that great. The accuracy is pretty low, so... Slow-Ro would probably be useful, but I eventually want to save that last slot for a teleport spell. So maybe we'll equip Slow-Ro while we're not able to use teleport, and then eventually, once we can use teleport, we'll go from there. I don't know yet. I'll see once I get to that point. But Russo's not at that point yet, so we'll go from there. We could sail down and around to Elfheim to try to buy some items from the item shop. What am I doing on those anyway? I have 1 ether. And, I mean, I'm good enough on other items to where I don't think we're going to be in too bad of shape. Yeah, I'm going to say we'll be fine. We'll probably use a cottage when we get back to the... or a tent, depending on how much MP I've used. When we get back to the Cavern of Earth, but, other than that, we'll be okay. And we'll continue to the bottom of the Cavern of Earth, see if we can't get that done for today. And maybe to end off the stream, we'll see if we can move on to new and as yet unexplored areas. We'll just wipe the ghasts as best we can. How about a Diara for those guys in the back? And then we'll do that. If we get rid of the guys that are paralyzing us or have the potential to do so, we'll be in a little better shape. So the other guys, they can inflict a little damage, but not a huge amount. Good kill, though. That I can't appreciate. So why did you become an adventurer? Well, the money's good. Sounds about right. Again, I probably don't need to put these guys to sleep, but we'll do it anyway because they're chumps, and they're attacking me before I can attack them entirely. I mean, if you want to blow your turn on 1 to 7 damage, that's fine. I'll blow my turn on putting you to sleep and then beating your brains out with a pokey stick in my fists. Actually, that's Moira, so you do that. You do that one. You do that one. Just attack him when sleeping. Cuckoo. Okay, they're awake now, but too late to save them. And then they were the dead. Bleh. But these guys are not quite the dead. So let's make them the dead. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Bring. Thank you, Moira. Almost there. Uh-oh, it's an ambush, Jack. That was one of my Christmas presents, by the way. I received the Jak and Daxter collection for PS3. It was the only collection, I think, that I didn't have for my PS3 that I wanted for my PS3. So I appreciate that. It was a good little buy. I didn't buy it, of course. I bought other things with the Amazon gift cards that I bought, and I don't know if those other things will come into play anytime soon, but they might. There's a microphone that I got and a mic stand that I might be using instead of this microphone eventually once the pop filter comes in for it. Oh, well, it's not really a pop filter, it's a screen. I have a pop filter on this microphone that I could put on the other microphone, but it's kind of heavy and cumbersome, the pop filter that is. So I don't know if we're going to do that just yet. Probably just use the screen. Alright, we didn't take that much MP. Use that much MP, I should say, so we'll use 10. And then we'll save it. Full HP and MP, and we'll see if we can't meander our way through that cave relatively quickly to get back to the bottom floor where we need to go. So we need to go this way, this way. We'll fight these guys, sure, why not? Nice shot, Moira. You too, Sid. Good job, you guys. Everyone did a good job! Talking to them like they're Tamagotchis or something. That's not exactly the case. An ambush of poison? I don't like it. I don't like it. Go away. You cannot harm me. Who do you think I am? I'm probably not going to run away from too many enemies in this game. In other games, there's kind of like a... Well, I should say, it shouldn't say in other games. In other Final Fantasies, there's kind of more incentive to run away from some enemies. But in this game, not so much. Like in Final Fantasy V, if you run away from enemies, you can actually power up a pretty powerful weapon that most classes can equip later on in the game, so... There's also a weapon you can get if you don't run away at all, but I think that one's only available for very specific classes. So it's not as good as the other one, which is more ubiquitous to other classes. But in this game, no such weapon exists, so... The less we run away, the more EXP we get. And the less I have to worry about running into a brick wall eventually. Yeah, just sleep. Actually, do I need that? Probably not. They're just tarantulas, man. They're not that threatening. People keep them as pets, they can't be that threatening. Although I don't think they can actually inflict poison. I'm pretty sure most tarantulas in the wild, if not all tarantulas in the wild, are not poisonous. So that's a bit of a misnomer there, Final Fantasy. Did I even use that word correctly? That's your SAT word of the day, by the way, misnomer. Yeah, well, if anybody's watching in the middle of this stream, which is not likely to happen at all, they can correct me if I'm wrong. Get that Poisona going. Nice. Now... No, I think we're good. It's up, over, and down, right? Just go this way around, and then down a little bit. I think I know where I'm going. Keyword is think. And since I think, therefore, I am going the right way. No, that's not how that old expression works at all. Go to sleep, gargoyles. Of course, it's the ones that I'm targeting already. Oh well. I'll tell you, that mithril knife is doing pretty good for Norn there. I didn't really use knives on my thieves in any previous playthroughs because it was like, well, there's rapiers and sabers and falchions and other things that they can use. Like most swords they can actually use in their thief class, so it wasn't as worth it to equip knives, but I'm restricting myself a little bit for this playthrough, just for the hell of it. And it's doing pretty good so far. So. No extra poisoning, thank you. One isn't a big deal because we've got plenty of MP to use Poisona. Alright, and okay, basement 3rd floor, just gotta get to that door there, see how quickly we can get there. I'm trying to gauge whether or not I'm seeing any input lag where I'm doing this. Like I said, I am looking at OBS Studio rather than the emulator itself, so... If there is any input lag, that could be why. But it's probably not a huge deal. Probably should have eaten something before I started the recording. I'm getting kind of hungry. I didn't eat breakfast this morning before I went to work because I was a little late getting up. Not the smartest thing I ever did, I'll say that much. Gotta start getting used to getting up earlier though because of the fact that I'm gonna be working every Saturday, so sometimes I'll be working in places that are not exactly close to home. And that'll make things hard if I get up late, obviously. Okay, so here's the gravestone that we were looking for. We got here with pretty good MP. Yeah, very good MP, actually. We have the earth rod imbued with earth and nature. Let us see if we can't purify this decrepit gravestone and make our way in further. Aha! It turned into some stairs. Nice. So here we are in the basement 4th floor of the cavern. I'm going to save it since we're down here. And then we'll go from there. Actually... Well, we don't need healing that badly just yet. Maybe in a little while. But we have a whole new room of... floor of rooms to explore, so that's good, I guess. It means I can get lost one more extra time while we're meandering about here. If I do find the stairs, though, I'm going to try to find the not stairs, find the treasure rooms as well. Oh, there's bats. That might be a good sign. I feel like I'm going too far to the left here. Let's kind of try to slide our way back this way. See if we can't find any treasure rooms. I think I was already here. Yeah, I was already here. We'll go up then. Pisca demons! How dare you! Yeah, we'll do Thundara. We'll do... Fight! And we'll do, preemptive heal, and then we'll also fight. Ow. As long as we get rid of the one that hasn't attacked yet before it... Never mind. I was gonna say, we'll be good as long as we get rid of it before it attacks again, but... Alas, I was wrong. It attacked as soon as I said that. Maybe I shouldn't have jinxed myself. Oh well. Use a potion on Sid, or 2, actually. Yeah, that works. I don't know that there's any treasure rooms on this floor, but, oh, wait, I know where I am now. Okay, cool. Maybe there is. Maybe I'll miss them, I don't know. Aha, here we go. What's in here? A bunch of treasure. Cool. Probably all guarded, but, you know. An ogre chief? I'm totally unprepared for one of those. Put them to sleep. Gotta take care of their hyenodons there real quick. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I don't know how threatening their little pups are, but, you know. They could be threatening, and therefore they need to die on the end of my sword. Well, we only have one sword, but... Die on the end of my fist! Because Sid is secretly Kenshiro. That's not true at all. I will need healing, though, so... yeah, we'll have Moira do her thing. Russo's got a good use for his MP for now. And here's some money. I could approach these chests from the side and probably not have to deal with these ogres, huh? That's probably smarter than what I'm doing. Ow. Quit it. Just a regular old staff there. Some money. Ah! They will be trapped to the side this time! How am I supposed to... Oh god. Why don't you Cura yourself, since these guys are kind of kicking my ass. And then we'll, I don't think that they're weak to Dia, so maybe we'll just, maybe we'll just go all out. Oh god. Heal yourself, quick! Okay, well that's okay. Cool. Can they be put to sleep? Well, let's try Dark first, since their physical attacks seem to be the things that are kicking my ass. And then Healar costs 25. Ouch, that's 8 of them that I can do in total. That's no good. Cast Dark. Gotcha. Well, it did less damage at least. Haha! You're mine, Mr. Sphinx! I don't think I have any weapons that are good against chimeras, which are kind of what these Sphinx are. Just a regular old cure should do. Maybe not. But that'll do. That'll do, Sphinx. That'll do. Ooh, nice money. Good HP and MP. Not so good HP. Good HP, not so good MP, and good HP. Good, good. I am going to heal a little bit, though, after that, because Russo's kind of taken a beating there. And then let's try a regular old heal. And from there, use another cure to get Russo to full. And then we'll use a potion, and Sid will be almost to full. So that's good. And here we have... Well, we'll find out after we fight more Sphinx, obviously. Dark worked last time, so let's try doing it again. They're really kicking my ass, though, aren't they? See if we can kill that thing before Dark goes off. Not quite. Didn't work that well anyway. I better check my bestiary and see what works on them. Maybe confuse? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see once I get out of this battle. Maybe I should have had everybody hit the one and make sure that it died first. Well, they can't be slept really either. Or perhaps they're just a high enough level to where I'm having difficulty. Alright, everybody go all out. Okay, good. Now, that takes care of that. Let's get what's in the chest and we'll move on. Lots of money for us and lots more money for us. Oh god, I did that on purpose. Well, I didn't do it on purpose, but I did that on accident and didn't mean to do it. Everybody attack the one. I was thinking I was going to avoid a trapped tile, but I ended up walking onto a trapped tile anyway, so that sucks. Alright, good. Now we'll just have to kill that one, and then we'll be good. Yes! Ironic staff kill. Your MP is probably better used for that. Let's do a heal. Yeah, just a heal. Then we'll do that. Gonna have to use some potions here in a few minutes just to maintain my MP in case I need it for the boss fight coming up. Spoiler alert, there's another boss fight at the end of this cave. I'm just spoiling everything 2 seconds before it happens today, aren't I? They can use some potions. That'll work. Okay. Lots and lots and lots of money to throw around and throw at our problems when we get out of here, though. Can you use level 5 magic now, Russo? No, not quite. Okay. That's fine. So I probably did, in fact, need to go to the... Oh, actually, the Rune Blade is effective against these guys, so let's just do that. I probably did need to go down into the left a little bit in order to get further in the cave, so that's where we'll go next. Nice. And that's a wrap for them Pisco Demons. Remember when they were hard? Oh, that was Actually, not that long ago. That was the beginning of the last stream. So probably through here and then down and around a little bit, we should be able to find a way out. And then again, I'm not sure if there's one more floor or two, but probably these bats are a good indication that we're going in the right direction. Maybe like up and over here. Uh-oh, wraiths! I can handle wraiths. We'll just do that. We'll do... Diaga's not worth it yet. We've got way too little MP to be doing stuff like that. Ah, paralysis. Okay, give them the Diara. That was terrible, I'm sorry. But we took care of them, so that's all that really matters in the end. Keep ourselves lightly topped off. Follow the bats. There might be something down there that I can go and get, so I think we'll go do that. At least nobody got paralyzed this time, so that's good. How does it feel to be punched like you punch us? Unfortunately, Sid's fist could not inflict paralysis. If they could, this game might be a little bit more broken than it already is. Yeah, I'm down to use a potion for that. Alright, so down here we have... What? Big old dead end? Probably a big old dead... Ooh, wait, maybe not. Oh. I was like, oh, the side's not going to be booby-trapped. Yes, it was. Uh-oh, he's casting Blink on himself! How will we hit him when he has 80 extra evasiveness? By killing all of his minions and then slowly whittling him down with our weapons. That's how. Okay, so... The other guy took... 80-something damage. Why don't you go after him and then everybody else go after the chief? So we can still hit him okay. Your blink ain't shit. Alright, here we get a tent. Really wish I could use that right about now, but unfortunately not really gonna happen anytime soon. And then, do this, and then we'll walk to the right one step and see what happens. Let's see. Do that, and that, and that, and that. Aw. I thought you had it in you, Rousseau. Apparently I was wrong. Hopefully Moira retargets to the chief, or the maid. Oh, it's an ogre mage. I was like, I don't know what I'm saying. You'd think I would know that that's an ogre mage, considering how much I know about Final Fantasy II, and ogre mages are always blue. But meh. They're also dead right now. They also give some pretty good items in Final Fantasy II, but that's neither here nor there for right now. And a mithril shield in this chest. Can anybody use the mithril shield? How about you? Nope. So that means nobody can use it, because my thief is not quite on the up and up with shields. Alright, so probably back this way, and then up where that one bat was is the next area. You might be able to inflict paralysis on me, so let's just avoid that altogether. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're the ones that can inflict paralysis. The other guys can too, but they probably can inflict it and do some good damage while they're at it, so let's just avoid that whole mess. Hopefully. Yep. Very good, very good. We will be rolling in dough when we get out of here. I will tell you what. I'm going to cure here, cure there, and then a heal. Okay, that works. And now, to get to the next floor. Oh, I don't need you to move. Never mind, I was going to say, I need you to move for me to get to the next floor, but not quite. Okay, so what's up here? Aha! More stairs. Nice. And the basement, 5th floor. I forget if this is where we need to be or what. Let me kind of... Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see in a second once I go this way a little bit. Because I remember one of these places having, like, a left side, which is where the boss is, and a right side being basically just a string of dead ends or meandering around the room and not really having anything for you. Like this room. So maybe this is the cavern that I was thinking of, which means we're closer to the boss than we may anticipate. So let's go this way, up and around, and then down. And then we'll be almost there. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to handle this. Cid can do good damage to the trolls. I think they're top priority, so let's all attack the one and see what we can do. Knock knock. Who's there? Dead. Dead who? You're dead! That's it, just keep punching the troll. It'll be good. And then you two attack the Minotaur and we should be in good shape. Yep. Sweet! That went well. Lots of money and lots of EXP for it, too. How are we doing on that? Oh, we're pretty close to a level. Okay. Might get there before we get to the boss there. Potentially. I'm going to use up a bunch of my potions here because they're not that expensive. That way I've got about 100 MP going into the boss fight. I'm okay with those odds. Oops, excuse me, Mr. Bat. And down here we have... an empty room. Ah, an orb. Perhaps that is what we need to light up with the crystal. I'm going to use an ether on Moira's MP. She needs it more than Russo does, unfortunately, for him. But, yeah, now we have more healing. Let's save it. Let's see where we can go from here. Alright, Mr. Orb, let's power you back up. Oh, actually, maybe we should power the crystal up behind you, because you look lustrous, whereas the crystal does not. And now, of course, we've got to do a voice for this one, so...
Who speaks to me?
Whoa, shit. Didn't expect that. That's not an orb. That's a king zombie!
I am he who feeds on the power of earth.
You're who exactly then? Well, I suppose I should just kill you because you know are feeding on the power of Earth.
I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the Lich, fiend of Earth.
And I'm going to kill you! For boss time against the Lich, the first of the 4 fiends. Okay, so basic strat I'm going to go with for this guy. Temper and Haste for Cid because he's way powerful enough to handle all of this. We're going to use Null Frost because I believe the Lich can use Blizzaga, which is like, holy shit at this point in the game. Norn, why don't you just contribute a little offense? It should help a little bit. But once I get Temper and Haste on Cid, we should be doing some pretty good damage. Like, that we're not going to be doing very good damage for, but... And in spite of the paralysis, I'm still going to continue with hasting Cid there, even though he's not quite able to do anything for right now. Just because it will come in handy as we go here. I'm gonna toss that out there and then just keep attacking a little bit. Once I get Cid tempered and hasted, I'll go and work on Norn there so she can deal a little bit more damage too. Because eventually Cid will break out of his paralysis. Aha! Like that. And then, well, curtains for you, Mr. Lich. Well, not quite, but, you know. I don't think that you can cast Life on him to kill him, but he is an undead enemy, so he is weak to fire and Dia spells. Just not quite enough for me to be able to do anything about it. I'm going to cast... Let's see, how are we doing on HP? Not bad. Let's cast Heal. I don't think he has too many other spells other than that Blizzaga that is the big deal. Maybe he has other level 3 spells, but I don't think, again, it's going to be that huge of a problem. Look at that damage! Look at them hits! Temper and Haste all powerful. There's Blizzara. Actually, that might be the one that I was worried about. That's not bad. And we got a Haste on Norn, so let's get a Temper on Norn. Sid, you just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're in good shape, and so will Norn be if we get this Temper off. Nice! All them hits. This is going to be over before we even know it here. Might be over in the next round if I go all out. Let's do it. Everybody use your most powerful spells on him. I'm going to cast Diaga because this is the boss. But fuck it, you know, like it's... might as well. Give it all you've got. Uh-oh, Sleepra. I don't like that. Oh! Bask in my holy light, Lich! Aw, not quite enough. That was, though. Nice job, Sid. And with that, the Lich is destroyed.
I'm melting. What a world.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. We all gained a level out of it. Good, good. The Lich really hurts my voice, though. I'm glad he's dead because I don't have to do his voice again. That really sucked. Okay, well, anyway. Ooh, a dry ether. Nice. That heals a lot more than a regular ether, that's for sure. Do your thing, Russo. Give that crystal back its shine. Aha! The lights are back on for the Crystal of Earth. Nice job, Warriors of Light. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away... So yeah, remember that statue that was blocking the way in the Earth Gift Shrine? Well, now it's gone, and we can explore the Earth Gift Shrine to our heart's content. Actually, that didn't look like it was gone. That looked like teleported to somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure it's not important. So now, with the Altar of Earth and the Crystal of Earth restored, the decay of the Earth should eventually cease, and the world should go back to being the lush, green paradise that it once was. But I don't think it's going to happen right away, unfortunately. Thankfully, we don't have to walk all the way out this time. We can just use this teleporter to get straight out. So that's good. And that means I can use a tent before we head off to Melman there to try to recuperate ourselves and maybe grab some level 5 spells for Russo. Get some Firaga going. He just wants to bathe them in the flames. But he is not quite ready for that just yet. Moira's okay, though. She's in pretty good shape to do all of that. Like I said, we're pretty much rolling in dough. I'm going to need to like hit up an item shop, buy some ethers, and do a bunch of other stuff to use up some of this cash flow that I got going on here, because it's just burning a hole in my pocket at this point. I'm a spender in RPGs. I don't like having a lot of money because it's like, well, what can I do with this rather than having it sit here and burn a hole in my pocket? What can I make it do for me? And oftentimes that is not a whole lot in a game like this where you don't have to worry about buying knight's armor or heavy armor or heavy weapons or anything like that, because basically I'm going back to town right now and I'm not buying anything. I'm going to go to Melmond and I'm going to sell them some of my treasures that I will never be able to equip. So that's kind of basically what I'm saying is, if you were ever worried about not having enough money to do something in this game, roll with this party, because you won't have any money problems whatsoever. Maybe a little in the early game, but that's to be expected. It's an RPG. You always have money problems in the early game, so... Thank you for replenishing my antidote supply. Does anybody here have anything new to say now that we've destroyed the Lich? Pretty much just gonna be that, I betcha. That's what most NPCs will say once they stop having anything useful to say. Yes, we know about Sada. We took care of him. Well, good. I'm glad that the Ver is coming back to the Earth there. It means that eventually this town will see green fields, green grass, and all of that good stuff once more. Yes, we know about that already. Thank you. Do you have anything new to say, other Sage guy? Yes, yes it is. All thanks to us. You don't need to thank us, though. We were just doing our jobs, after all. It was, you know, the right thing to do. Okay, so here's how I'm going to structure it when I go and do the next chapter, quote-unquote, of the journey here to find the crystals and relight them. So the Crystal of Earth is in the second slot right now on my inventory there. So that means Russo is going to go in the second slot when I put him in formation. So the next crystal is the Crystal of Fire, so that means Norn has to go in the top slot because she is our fire element person there. Yeah, I'm okay with this formation. Well, maybe Moira should move over here. Nah, we'll keep her in the third slot. She'll be good there. That's probably where she's going to end up for most of the game, to be honest with you, but that's okay. Alright, Norn, you're up. It's your turn to do the running around here. So we've established that we can't use level 5 spells yet. Okay, we'll have to come back later. And then, yeah. Moira will probably be able to keep up with the spell casting as we go along here, but Russo, not so much. We'll have to make some return trips for some of these places to get him his spells. Alright, so that takes care of the Cavern of Earth. And with that, our journey continues as we go to look for the Crystal of Fire. We don't really have a set path to go right now, do we? I mean, we have the whole world that we can go exploring in, but since we've established that this is probably something that we should do here, let's go back to Cornelia. I need to stop by the item shop near Alfheim anyway, so maybe we'll go there too. Let's go there first. We'll stop by the item shop, maybe buy a few things, and then once we've bought a few things, we'll go and see about, with the dancer, to see where we can go next. All these guys ain't nothing. Actually, now I am going to equip that coral sword, because it will help us since we're going to be on the high seas for a little while here. It will make our journey just a little bit easier, because Russo will have an effective damage-dealing method for these guys. I don't think it's that big of a damage increase from the other stuff. Maybe it's just an automatic critical hit, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure. But it does seem to deal more damage than just a regular old sword of the same power would do. Because it's not like we're going to be hitting for 185 anytime soon with Russo. Otherwise, unless we cast like Temper or something on him. Alright. So to Elfheim we go. Get some items. We'll go to Cornelia. And then we'll go from there. Maybe we'll rest at the inn at Cornelia just to make sure that we do that. Because it's, you know, it's less money to sleep over there. It's only 30 gil, whereas when we go to the next area that we need to go to, probably going to be a little more expensive. Just a thought. I'm not sure. I am sure, actually, but, yeah. Oh, you picked a bad day to be the last one left, friend. You're out of luck, friend. Okay. Into Elfheim we go. Item shop is over this way, right? It's like up here. Yes. What you got for me, Mr. Elf? Oh, actually, I should probably sell you a few things, shouldn't I? What don't I need? I don't need this saber. I'm going to keep these because I can probably use them all effectively until I get a much better weapon later. Don't need this great axe. I think I'm going to keep the mithril shield because eventually we will have somebody who can wear it. Same thing for the mithril helm. But not quite yet. We won't have anybody. So I'm going to need some potions here. How about we buy... These are just like little top-offs, so maybe we'll buy, let's see, 30 would be... So we'll do 32 potions to have in our total stock there. That means I can top people off 8 times for the whole party. We can also get some stuff to cure stone. I think I'll probably do that. 20 Echo Grass, get to 20 Gold Needles, because why the hell not? Get to probably 10 Tents, that'll be good. And, yeah, I think that's it for now. Okay. So, away we go. Let's go back to Cornelia. Maybe there's... I don't remember where the ethers are. Maybe they're in the Provoca shop, or maybe they're in Cornelia's shop. We'll see when we get there. But I'd like to buy a few before the next dungeon comes up. We'll see. Once we get through this little goblin attack.
We are going to take over Cornelia now that the Warriors of Light are preoccupied with their own shenanigans on the other side of the world.
Not on our watches.
Ah!
Even Moira can take them down in one hit. It's like, well, your time was up, goblins! Let's keep the Coral Sword. I was going to say, let's unequip the Coral Sword. It's getting on my nerves there. Not really, but we'll keep it, because we're going to be running around the seas for a little while here. I'd like to know what you know. Oh, okay, cool, sure, why not? Alright, so the dancer doesn't know where to go from here. Great, thanks for that fantastic advice, game. Of course, it would make sense, you know, the world is kind of cut off from itself because of the crystals being, you know, in tatters, and all of the elements decaying the planet instead of helping them. Well, anyway, I know where we need to go. So now that we can get out here, we can sail all over the world to any of these continents. But if we use the enlarged map, we can see that this continent does not have a port. These islands, this archipelago area, I should say, does not have a port. And this whole continent does not have a port either. So, instead, we're going to need to look for where we can find a port. And the next closest port that we can find is, that we haven't, you know, already been to. Like, if we could go to this one, but it would just get us back to Provoca, so I don't need to go there. The next closest port that we can get to, that we haven't explored yet, is this one and this one. On the other side, on the southern part of the Provoca continent. So, that is where we're going to go. And then we need to go to one of these places, but there's a town down here that we can explore. So that's where we're going. We'll head to that town, see if we can't purchase a few things, and then we'll make the rounds, you know, the usual stuff. And then we'll head to the next dungeon. Am I already past the... I'm way past the peninsula. What the hell am I doing? There we go. Yeah, doing the Lich voice really effed up my throat there, so I need to take a drink of water pretty soon before I have a problem tomorrow with losing my voice. I'll just attack everything. We can do it. Wonder if there's new Seaborn encounters. I don't remember from the last time I played this game if you can encounter anything other than like the same 4 or 5 enemies that you can always encounter while you're on the seas. Ni no Kuni did that in certain spots, and it made traveling around a little bit difficult sometimes. I think so did Skies of Arcadia, I think, now that I'm reminiscing on games that I'd like to play for the stream at some point here. I think both of those games had like area markers where you were sailing around, and then all of a sudden you run into enemies that are way tougher, and they're kind of on the way to the next area, but not quite. Am I about in line with the next town? I am. So we just go across that peninsula at the end of the Devil's Tail and then go straight west, and that should lead us to where we need to go. Filet o shark tonight for dinner on Norn. Well, she is the cook. She would know what she can fillet and what she cannot. Just need to find her a chef's knife, and then we'll be in good shape. Of course, then she might not be the first female thief in the series. She'll be the first Tonberry in the series, but, that's neither here nor there. Let's park our ship right here and see what awaits us here. I didn't use that much stuff getting here. Actually, I could probably just do this. It's not like we don't have 231 other MP to use that I can just not top myself off there. So let's save the game and then head this way. Need to get around this lake because we don't have a way of getting around it otherwise. Uh-oh, he'll gig us. Well, we should be fine. We can probably equip that with something else. Let's see. Go with a worm killer. He's not a worm, but I'll still kill him. Yeah, see, they're not that tough now. Especially if there's only like one or maybe two of them. They only have like 250 HP, so now that we have good means of offensive DPS, we should be able to handle the trolls and the hill giguses and all that stuff without too much trouble. Especially if we keep getting critical hits, like that's really helping. So I think we need to go this way to get around the lake, right? Yeah, that's what it looks like. A lot of rivers on this part of the continent. Lakes and stuff. Okay, so here you go, 2 hill giguses. Yeah, just do that. I don't think we'll be able to... Nope, not quite. Might not be able to kill either of these guys, but that's okay. We'll make it. And we'll heal later. Did you get a 4th hit, Russo? I think you got a 4th hit in the last level or two. Good for you. I'm glad for you. Oh good, we got a tent out of them. Free tent! Don't gotta rest at the inn now, because I could technically just use one of those. As a matter of fact... Since they were gracious enough to drop me one, why not use it? I don't need to save yet, we'll save when we come out of the town. And this is the town of Crescent Lake. Appropriate, considering, you know, where it's located. Sanctuary that I don't need. They're gravestones. Unfortunately, Link is not in this town either. It would be a little weird for him to be buried in 2 places. Then again, there's like 6 million Links, so it could just be a different Link. High potions, very nice. I will buy 20, my good man. Ethers, also very nice. I will buy 20 of those. Phoenix Downs, still a little pricey. Not that pricey, though. We'll buy 9 of them. And tents were good. I didn't get anything else that I can sell you, right? No, I don't think so. Okay, cool. Alright. So we've done our item shopping. Got a bunch of good new potions. Let's see what the armor shop has to offer. Probably nothing huge, considering. Ooh, buckler! Sweet! Now they can finally equip shields. You can't equip a knife in your offhand there, Norn, so I'm going to say you'll be fine with equipping this buckler. For now. You know, I don't want 11 of them. I can buy 11, but I don't want them. And here's the cool part, is that it gives you some extra defense, but it doesn't weigh anything. And that means it adds to your evasiveness, so that's fantastic. And that means we're going to give it to Norn and to Russo, so that they can be a little bit more prepared. Especially Norn, because, like, look at that evasion. 86? That's not bad at all. It goes up to 255, by the way. It's not like she can avoid attacks like 100% of the time if she has that, but a little extra defense never hurt nobody. How's your defense doing, by the way, Sid? Do you have more when this is gone? No, you do not. I think the armlets are actually fine for armor for the monks, and I think that's where my armor is going to be for him. I think we're just going to stick with armlets. Probably, to be honest with you, I might stick with armlets for everybody once I eventually get another one. I think the Mithril Mail is a little heavy for Russo, but that's okay. He can be the one that equips the heavier set armor for right now. Eventually he'll not need to, because the armlets will be so good that we won't need to worry about it. Yeah, I think he needs to spend a little more time with you instead of just sleeping all day. I can't check that from here. Thinking magic levels again. So this shop is actually the level 6 shop, and you'll notice that the mage behind the counter looks a little bit different than a normal black mage. Keep that in mind. Actually, we won't need to keep that in mind for later. We don't have a black mage in the group, but we can have all of these other spells. Only one of them that the red mage can even use, and that's only as a red wizard, so Unfortunately, we won't be able to take advantage of that anytime soon, but eventually, yes. Eventually we will. And there's the white mage behind the counter who has changed her appearance as well. To what? Well, we'll find out later. I will eventually want to come back here as well for Russo because I want to... I'm going to get Stona, Protera, and Invisira for Moira once she can use level 6 white magic. And Protera will probably be really nice for the next boss fight. Same thing with Invisira. But I'm going to come back for Protera on Russo as well and exit once we can eventually equip both of those spells to him. He won't be able to get those for quite a while, though, so I'm not worried about it too much for now. Weapon shop. Has mithril weapons. A mithril sword. That'll be nice. Might as well get it. I mean, 23. Okay, that's good. I got the money to spare. Sure, why not? We'll keep all those weapons that are effective against certain enemies, though, because I think that those might be okay. Well, I mean, I don't need the money, like, so we'll hold on to him for now until we get a sword that's just miles better. Like, that's mithril sword is slightly better, like 4 attack extra, but once we start getting like 10 attack higher or something like that, I'll be like, okay, I know what needs to go now. There's a lot of dead people in this town. Oh, this must be the guy that sleeps all day. Great. Yep, can't get anything here for now. But there is this little area over here that we can go exploring in. And if we go to this area, we can find the Circle of Sages. These guys are the ones that prophesized the end of the world, basically, with all of the crystals and everything. And they also prophesied our appearance, the Warriors of Light's appearance there. The only important one to talk to is this guy here, and you may recognize who it is once we get to his name there. I am Lucan. I see a cycle of wrath, a dim light guided by destiny, that about which our entire future revolves. And what about that exactly is... Probably the dim light guided by destiny is us, isn't it? Do you say anything else? I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Maybe he says some other stuff later. But let's talk to the other sages and see what they have to say. So these are the 12 sages. There are 4 crystals in the world, and only one of them is shining because one of the Fiends of Chaos is dead. The other 3 are being blocked by the other 3 fiends, who are claiming the power as their own. And these 4 forces will eventually be the things that will light up once the crystals are restored to grace. We need to find these altars and defeat the fiends who've taken root at the altars, and then shine our crystal shards on those altars and we'll be in good shape. Both past and present. Well, how are they going to rule the past? Well, I guess they did rule the past. Some of them were here, have been here for hundreds of years, actually. I think we find out. Yeah, here we go. The Fiend of Wind has been ruling over the world for 400 years, the Crystal of Wind, that is, so that area of the world. And then the Fiend of Water has been ruling over his part of the world for 200 years. That's why the 2 continents to the north are not exactly as civilized as the continents to the south there, because they just have this vice grip over them. Let me see what Jaeger's barking about. Hold on. Of course, he stops as soon as I want to go and check on him, and then he starts again when I start to put my headphones back on. Hold up. I don't see him. Leave that open, though, so that he's not feeling like he's lonely out there. At least he knows we're watching him in some capacity. Did we talk to this guy already? Not quite. The Fiend of Earth no longer rots the land, my good man, because we took care of him. Her, it's, whatever the Lich is, we took care of it. That's not good. Wonder where there's a flame that is eternally cast that the Fiend of Fire would want to take hold of. They don't really tell us why, where the Fiend of Water and Wind are, do they? Okay, that I will do. All will be revealed. Okay, sure, cool. Well, technically, don't we have the light of the 4 crystals and the shards, and that's what we're using to light up the actual crystals? Like, couldn't you just tell us what we need to know right now? Maybe? I don't know. Ah, Mount Gulg, huh? And it's a volcano? I think we found our fire area. Yes. So she must have woken up, like, right now. Or maybe she woke up 200 years ago. I don't know. No, she did not wake up yet. She just woke up. And she was supposed to awaken 200 years from now. So basically it was Wind had vice grip over the world 400 years ago. Then 200 years ago, the Fiend of Water took his hold of the northwestern portion of the world. Northeastern is for the Fiend of Wind. The Fiend of Earth, the Lich, must have just recently awakened to decay the Earth. And then the Fiend of Fire, she's not supposed to be up yet, but since we killed the Lich, she's probably like, well, I should probably do something about that, so we have to go vanquish her. And that's going to be what we're going to do in a few minutes. Yes, we have. What reward shall we get for that? Oh, of course it has. Oh, sweet, he's going to give us a canoe so that we can brave the rivers of the Mount Gulg area and try to find the Fiend of Fire within its depths. Thank you, good sir. We obtained a canoe. Seems like a weird thing to be having fanfare for, but whatever. Thank you. Yes, indeed. And those 4 forces shall be restored to grace very shortly. I was going to say, does he say anything new once I'm done talking to everyone? No, not quite. Probably have to wait until later, once we restore all 4 of the crystals, and that's when Lucan will be like, oh, now I'm going to talk to you about things in more depth. We didn't need the rest of the inn, right? Nope, because I used that tent that I got from the Hillgigases outside. Good. Okay, so now that we have the canoe in our inventory, which is right about here, we can take that canoe and go in the rivers with it. So what we're going to want to do is Mount Gulg is over here. So we're going to want to, let's see, there's also this area up here, but we're not going to go there just yet. We'll go there a little later. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go up and around and into this area to get to Mount Gulg. So that's where we're going to go. One Hillgigas, I'm not bothered. Beat him up. Nicely done. Now I think since I've just equipped some shields on my fighters there, we might get some more animations in the battles now. We might actually get an animation for them blocking stuff eventually here. I don't think it's a long animation. Like in Final Fantasy VI, you know that they block something because it's like, burn! And then it shows it missing. Like it shows them basically blocking it almost like a parry in Dark Souls. So that's a thing. We're still on water, so maybe I should equip the Coral Sword back. But there are fights in the rivers, and they're a little tricky. I think everything's weak to thunder, though, so probably we can make do with what we've got. I'm gonna save my MP. We'll equip the Coral Sword and go from there. Why don't you attack the Piranha? I don't know if the Croc is weak to thunder. I'm not 100% sure. I know the Croc is a little bit more powerful than the other enemies here, so we'll have to be careful of him. Yeah, see what I mean? It's a little bit troublesome, isn't it? Actually, why don't you attack the Croc? You also attack the Croc. You heal your sister there a little bit, and then you attack this guy. Let's see if we can... Ow. The power of this crocodile is overwhelming. I'm probably going to need to start using something other than just regular old heal here, or cure, pretty soon. I could get away with it in other places, but starting now, probably not. Let's break out the heal aura, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Filet-O-Fish for dinner? More like slightly tenderized fish. At the rate we're going. Oh, no, Filet-O-Fish it is. Not bad on the EXP and the guild there. Sweet. Again, it's not like we really needed it that badly, the money, but, you know. Might as well use it while we are getting it. Okay, so I need to go up and around in order to get to that area there. I think... Oh, nope, not quite. We do need to go left, but not that left. We need to go this left. Does that other way lead to... Uh-oh. Ochus and Hydras. That ain't good. I'm going to check if that other way leads to the other dungeon that's up there that we can go to, but not quite yet. Everybody focus on the Hydra. The Ochu's also a problem, but as long as we can fight them off one at a time, we should be okay. There we go. At least we got a preemptive strike, so we can kind of deal with it a little bit more easily than we otherwise would. I don't remember if the Ochus just hit hard or what, but I think they can get darkness on you or something. But, oh well. Can I get to the other cave from here? No, I cannot, because both of those ways are dead ends, and this is the one that leads around to there. Alrighty. So we'll have to park our ship further north in order to get to the other dungeon, but that's for another day. Alright, we have reached Mount Gulg. And inside, well, let me see if I can show you. There's a lot of lava to be traipsing around in. I think there's 5 basement floors in Mount Gulg, but I'm not 100% sure. In any case, we have arrived at our destination, and we are ready to get rolling with it, but I'm going to save that for the next episode of Final Fantasy The Stream Edition. For now, we're going to call it quits for the night. Come back tomorrow, because tomorrow is my special New Year's Eve stream special. It's not really that special, though, because we're just playing the same game for 3 hours, really. We're going to be playing Final Fantasy again, and we're going to see if we can't get done with Mount Gulg. More than likely, yes, because we have 3 hours to do it. And then we'll see if we can't continue on with the remainder of the game on the next episode of Final Fantasy The Stream Edition. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate everyone coming out to the chat in the stream, and everyone watching this over on YouTube. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.